Hey, what do you do, Sports World? Welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast with me, Ray Diggs. I'm about to go ahead and give you all my college football week 4 picks. All right, this right here is my college football week 4 pick. All right, this right here, what I call pick 'em. Okay, I got a few upsets this week, but hey, before I get started, hey, make sure you all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. All right, and also give me you all feedback on what you all like and dislike about this episode right here. All right. So let's talk about college football week 4. Who do we have matching up? We got some great matchups this weekend, y'all. I promise you. This weekend, college football is probably one of the best weekends of college football that I've been a part of in a very, very long time. All right. But I'm gonna start off with the top 25 matchups who I think I'm gonna give you all my upsets. I got a couple upset picks. But all right, I'm gonna start off with number 4, Florida State at Clemson. I'm gonna go with Florida State to win this game. I think Florida State, I can't go against them again. They beat the brakes off of LSU. They didn't look good last week, but I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna say maybe they was looking ahead. Maybe they was looking ahead to this Clemson team as they go down the Death Valley and face Dabo Swinney, and they hadn't looked good. So that is another reason why I'm going with Florida State. But as you all, I got some asterisk about this on this pick because you go to Death Valley, it's hard to win there. It's not LSU Death Valley, but it's still hard to win there. But I'm going to go with Florida State and the number 4 Seminoles to win at Clemson this weekend. We got number 16 Oklahoma at Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm going with Oklahoma to win this game right here. Oklahoma has looked fantastic these first couple of weeks. Their offense is one of the best offenses in college football. Maybe it's because they've been playing against bad teams, but I'm not going to hold that against them. So I'm going with Florida. I'm going with Oklahoma to win against Cincinnati. We got number 19 Colorado at number 10 Oregon at Alston Stadium. Deion Sanders versus this Oregon Duck team. Now, I'm going with Oregon to win this game. People going to be mad. They saying you hating on Coach Prime. Listen, when you come to Alston Stadium, you need to be ready. When you go to Eugene, you need to be ready. I didn't like the way Colorado looked last week. Everybody's going to blow them up and say that, oh my God, Shador looked so good. But you look good against Colorado State. Okay, they're going to say, oh, well, what you didn't hold that against Oregon when they went down to Texas Tech. I told y'all, it's something about Texas Tech that it just makes it very difficult for top teams when they go down here to play against Texas Tech. But they still got the win. Even after losing late in the fourth quarter, they still ended up winning the game. So I'm not going to hold that against them. And even Colorado, this right here was one of their biggest, crowds. Everybody down there. You got Lil Wayne bringing them out. And then you go out there and you barely beat a bad Colorado State team. No, I cannot go. And I'm going to tell you it's going to be the difference in this game. It's going to be Colorado defense against Oregon's offense. I just feel like Oregon's defense can stop Colorado just enough to get the win. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout. It's a 21. They saying it's a 21 point. Oregon is a 21-point favorite. I won't go that far, but I will say I think that Oregon will win this game by at least 14 points. Okay, we got number 15 Ole Miss at number 13 Alabama. Well, y'all see it in the back. Y'all know who I'm riding with. I'm riding Roll Tide. I got to. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I was talking to this Ole Miss fan today, and I broke it down to him why I think Alabama's going to win this game. He said, man, clearly Ole Miss is the better team. I said, clearly they don't have more talent. They may be playing better right now. But I said, this is the reason why Ole Miss is going to lose this game. Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin wants to beat Nick Saban so bad. And as you all know, Ole Miss have who as their defensive coordinator? Pete Golden. Pete Golden, that's the former Alabama defensive coordinator last year. They're going to want to beat Nick Saban so bad that they're going to make the critical mistakes like he always do. Let's look back last season. Ole Miss, they was 0 for 3 on what? 4th down. Let's look a year before last. What did Ole Miss do? They went 2 for 5 on 4th down. And that is the one thing that's going to determine this game. Because one thing about Lane Kiffin is that when he want to smell blood or when he want to make sure that his offense stays on the field, he'll go for it on fourth down at his own in his own territory, maybe at the 30-yard line or the 40-yard line, and it's going to give Alabama a short field. Don't expect nothing different in this game right here because when you want to beat somebody so bad, you will always make the critical mistake, and that's normally what Lane Kiffin does when he faced against Nick Saban and this Alabama Crimson Tide team. And that is the reason why I'm going with Alabama to beat Ole Miss in T-Town this weekend with Jalen Milroe as the starting quarterback. Okay, we got University of Texas San Antonio at number 22, Tennessee. Tennessee was slapped last week against Florida. I expect for them to bounce back this week. And they have to bounce back this week because last week they looked terrible. Their offense looked terrible. Joe Milton, he looked terrible as the starting quarterback. They was talking about this kid right here as being a first-round draft pick. I cannot see it right now, but I expect for him in Tennessee to bounce back this week at home against a very lower competition. But Tennessee is about to have a hard schedule, so they must win this game this weekend. We got Arkansas, my Hogs, at number 12, LSU. Now, everybody know I love my Hogs, but I'm going to go with LSU in this game right here. And the reason why is because of Jalen Daniels and Neighbors. I think that this combination right here is not going to be stopped. Now, Arkansas is going to stop them. Mississippi State couldn't stop them. And I think that they're gonna find a lot of free space against this Arkansas secondary. Arkansas secondary didn't even look good last week against a lower ranked BYU team. BYU ain't even in the same atmosphere as an LSU team. And look what they did to Arkansas last week. So everybody can be mad at me like, man, you from Arkansas. How you going to pick against easy? I'm doing it right now. Arkansas will lose in Death Valley against LSU this weekend. And it hurts me so much to say that because I know LSU fans, they love to see me down. They love to kick me when I'm down. And I expect for them to do it this weekend because I expect for my Hogs to go down and to go down when they go down to Death Valley and face this LSU team. We got UAB at number 1, Georgia. I expect for Georgia to slap them down. I expect for them to beat the brakes off of them. This Georgia team, nobody's even talking about this Georgia team. This is the 2-time defending national champions, and nobody is pretty much talking about them. We're talking about Colorado and all these other teams, but they still got a stinker. Kirby Smart, he still got a stinker down there in Georgia. And these boys right here, they're loaded again this year on the defensive end. They ain't as physical as they normally, but they still got enough talent to get them to a national championship and even win a national championship with the offense that they got. They hadn't been clicking how they normally clicking, but I expect for this team right here to pick it up. And that's why I said they're going to take out all their frustration from last week against South Carolina on this UAB team this week. And this right here is my first upset pick of this week. Number 6, Ohio State at number 9, Notre Dame. I'm going with Notre Dame to pull an upset against this Ohio State team. This Ohio State team really hadn't looked good, really none this season. They looked good maybe last week against a terrible team. But the games that they should have looked good, they did not look good. And I expect for Notre Dame has looked good on all their games this year. And the one thing that Notre Dame has been lacking for a long time has been a reliable quarterback. Guess who they got now? Heisman Trophy candidate, Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman is the best quarterback that Notre Dame has had. And I expect for him to come out here this weekend in South Bend, Indiana, against Ohio State. And I expect for him to put on a show. I expect for him to prove something to the NFL scouts and also the Heisman voters that listen, Notre Dame has finally got themselves a Heisman candidate quarterback in Sam Hartman. The kid can play, y'all. And I'm telling you, he's going to prove this weekend. Yes, they have Marvin Harrison Jr. Yes, they have Ryan Day as their coach of Ohio State, with Marvin Harrison Jr. probably being the best player or the second best player. No, he's no doubt the best wide receiver in college football. But is that enough? Travion Henderson, is that enough? I expect for Notre Dame to win in South Bend this weekend, and that being my first upset. We got number 24 Iowa at Penn State. Number 7 Penn State. I expect for Penn State to win this game. Penn State has looked good. I ain't gonna even lie. They have Keyshawn Allen, the young running back. He's from IMG Academy. I remember watching this kid when he was a senior. Hey, the dude can play. He's a PTP, y'all. He's a primetime player, and he's been carrying the load for this Nittany Lion team the first few weeks of the season. And I expect for him to continue this week against Iowa. Iowa just don't have enough offense. And I expect for Penn State at home, at College Station, I expect for them to put on a big show down there, man. This team right here look real, real good. And I'm excited to watch them again this Saturday against a top 25 team in Iowa. We got number 5 USC at Arizona State. You know who I'm going with. Y'all already know who I'm going with. Caleb Williams. He's a baller. He's a shot caller. He's the best player in college football. Most likely the number 1 overall pick. Everybody's comparing him to who? Pat Mahomes. The kid can throw sidearm. He can do everything. He can run. But everybody still don't believe in him, though. Everybody's still talking about Shedeur Sanders. While Caleb Williams is just sitting back, he's just chilling because he knows that can't nobody stop him. And I expect for him to put up monster numbers this weekend as they coming off a bye week. Lincoln Riley, this team, I expect for them to make quick work. Listen to what I'm saying. I expect for them to make quick work of Arizona State. I expect for this game right here to be over probably late in the third quarter so they can rest the boys because we know who USC plays next week. They goes to Colorado and face the Buffaloes. But this week, I expect for them to put down a slapping, a beat on this Arizona State team. Okay, we got Rutgers at number 2, Michigan. Michigan, they hadn't looked good this week. They hadn't looked good this season, but they're still winning. So I can't knock them. Whether you win by 10 or you win by 2, a win is a win. And guess what they've been doing? They've been winning. J.J. McCarthy, he hadn't looked good this year, but I expect for this game right here, I expect for him to look good against Rutgers. They at the big house, and I expect for Michigan to win this game, and I expect for Michigan to win this game big. Okay, this is my second upset that I will be picking this week. We got number 22 UCLA at number 11 Utah. Yes, Cam Rising is returning, but yes, I'm going with Chip Kelly and UCLA to win this game. And the reason why I feel like when I look at these two teams, I see one team that's a very physical defensive team, but they not a scoring team. When I look at UCLA, I look at UCLA as being a scoring team. I feel like they can score with anybody. And that is the reason why I think that they're going to win this game right here against Utah, even with Cam Redding coming back, with Cam Rising coming back. I expect for this UCLA team to win this game. That's going to be my second upset. Okay, we got number 18 Duke at UConn. I'm going with Duke, of course. I think Duke is pretty much proving all of us wrong. Nobody expect for this Duke team to be good, but they are proving everybody wrong. And I expect for this team right here to continue to make themselves look good as they play this week at UConn. I expect for this Duke team to win, and I expect for them to win big. We got number 20 Miami at Temple. I'm going with Miami. The Canes are back. Yes, y'all, the Canes are back. I'm a big Miami Hurricanes fan. Everybody know this. But they fell off for a couple years, but Mario Cristobal has got this team ready again. And I expect for them to show everybody this weekend what they're made of. They beat Texas A&M. Now, I expect for them to go to Temple and beat the brakes off of Temple as well. This right here is my third upset. We got number 14 Oregon State at number 21 Washington State. And I told y'all I'm a big fan of Cam Ward, the quarterback from Washington State. I like Cam Ward. I think this kid is a hell of a young quarterback, and that's why I keep on going. That's why I keep picking him to upset people. Y'all remember a few weeks ago I picked them to upset a team then, and guess what? They did it. Guess what? I'm picking them to upset this team, this Oregon State team as well. I'm picking number 21 Washington State to beat number 14 Oregon State at Washington State because I think Washington State is a team to be reckoned with. And y'all better get on their bandwagon because this team right here is a very, very, very good team and a very exciting team to watch. They're a fun team to watch as well. So make sure y'all tune in as well. All right. We got Charlotte at number 25 Florida. Okay. Florida, They're ranked this week. After losing the first game of the season to Utah, they bounced back last week against Tennessee. I expect for them to continue that had the hot streak right this week against Charlotte. I expect for them to make quick work out of Charlotte. I expect for them to beat Charlotte down, and I expect for them to get ready as they go into SEC play. All right, so I expect for Florida to win that game. We got number 3 Texas at Baylor. This is one of those other games. I'm going with Texas to win this game, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's weird when you play, just like I said about Texas Tech. It's weird when you play down in Baylor. Baylor is just a weird place to play, and it won't surprise me if in the fourth quarter that these two teams are neck to neck. It just won't surprise me because it's something about those Texas teams that just it's hard to win when you go to their hometown, unless you're going to Texas A&M. That's might be the most easiest place for you to play in. But Texas Tech, Baylor, yes, those are hard places. Austin, those are hard places to play. And like I said, I'm going with Texas, but I won't be surprised that Baylor can keep this game close. All right. We got my last upset is number 17, North Carolina at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is another one of those places that's hard to play in. Y'all looking at their record. Yes, they are 1-2. And I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm going with Pittsburgh to upset number 17, North Carolina at Pittsburgh. It's hard to win at that. It's hard to win in that stadium. It's just like Texas. It's just like Texas Tech, and just like Baylor. Something about those stadiums. And I expect for Texas. I expect for Pittsburgh to get up this weekend. I expect for their fans to be up, and I expect for them to give North Carolina all they can handle. And another thing, North Carolina hadn't looked that good this year. They hadn't looked too impressive to me, and that's another reason why I'm picking them to lose this game right here. I'm going with Pittsburgh to upset number 17, North Carolina. Okay, and my last pick, California at number 8, Washington. Listen, Washington has looked good. Michael Penix has looked good. I'm talking about this team right here is one of the most complete teams in college football. I'm talking about that team out there in Seattle, Washington Huskies. This is a hell of a team. And I expect for them to put another slapping on another team this week, just like they've been doing against everybody else. Listen, Washington, I'm on y'all bandwagon. I'm on y'all team. I feel like if you all continue to play like y'all have been playing, this team right here, come December, can be in that top 4 for college football playoff berth. The Pac-12 has looked good. The Pac-12 has easily been the best conference as we started this season. And I expect for this team, this Washington team, to keep bouncing teams around, beating the brakes off of them as they get ready to head into conference play. This team right here is a very dangerous team. Michael Penix is a very dangerous player. They got dangerous wide receivers. They have 2 of the top 3 wide receivers in all of college football. And guess what? He's going to keep giving them the ball. He's going to keep balling out. And this team is going to keep blowing people out. All right. So I expect for Washington to win. And I expect for Washington to win big. Okay. All right. And thank y'all, man. This right here was my pick 'em, my top 25 college football picks for week 4. Thank y'all again. Hey, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. All right. And I'm going to keep these videos coming to you all. All right. But hey, if you all got any dispute or anything to say about my pick'ems, anything, oh, I don't think this team right here is going to win. Hey, make sure y'all put it in the comment section. All right. And we can talk about it. But actually, somebody just asked me, will you eat that Alabama flag if they lose? Hell no, I won't eat that flag. But I see what they're saying, you see, because I'm a Bama fan, I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, all right? So with that being said, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Hey, listen, make sure you all have a blessed night. It's day wherever, it's day in the States. And be safe out there, y'all. And hey, I got another episode that's getting ready to come to y'all. So make sure you all stay tuned, all right? Peace.